Hello Year 10 and welcome to today's drama lesson. Your first task is to complete the retrieval practice. Number 1. This staging has the audience in a circle. This is called A. Proscenium Arch, B. Theatre in the Round, C. Traverse. Number 2. The area furthest away from the audience is called A. Downstage, B. Upstage, or C. Centre. Number 3. This person is responsible for organising the box office staff. Is it A. the director, B. the stage manager, C. the theatre manager? And number 4. This person is responsible for operating the sound. Is it A. the stage manager, B. the director, or C. the technician? Pause the video here to complete your answers. And here are the answers. Number 1. The staging that has the audience sat in a circle is B. Theatre in the Round. Number 2. The area furthest away from the audience is called Upstage. Number 3. The person responsible for organising the box office staff is C. the theatre manager. And number 4. The person responsible for operating the sound is C. the technician. Well done if you've got all 4 of those correct. Today's lesson will focus on the same extract we explored yesterday in class. We are looking at Mrs. Johnston and Mrs. Lyons. This is in Act 2, where Mrs. Lyons goes to see Mrs. Johnston and confronts her about being in contact with Edward. Read through the script, pause the video to do so, then press play to resume. You are now going to have a go at answering a 20 marker. You are performing the role of Mrs. Johnston. Describe how you would use your acting skills to interpret Mrs. Johnston's character in both this extract and explain why your ideas are appropriate both to this extract and the play as a whole. Remember then that this is a 2-part answer. Your first task is to focus on the extract. Your second task is to focus on the play as a whole. Task 1. Focus on the extract. What is Mrs. Johnston's character like? You should use point, evidence, explanation and link in your answer here. For example, my interpretation of Edward in this extract is that he is very well spoken and kind. Oh, I don't smoke actually, but I can go and get you some. This shows that even though he doesn't smoke, he is willing to go out of his way for someone else. Link your acting skills to this point. For example, to demonstrate this, I would speak in a posh voice, emphasising the word "oh" by elongating it. I would also have pointed hand gestures, signalling to the stop to show that I am willing to go and get the cigarettes. Pause the video here to complete this task. Remember, you are writing out what your interpretation is, you're then providing a quote for evidence, and then explaining it. You must then state how you would use your vocal and physical skills to show this interpretation. Remember to quote key lines of dialogue and provide justifications, i.e., say why you have decided to do this. Pause the video here to complete this section. The second part of the question focuses on the play as a whole. Your first task or your first paragraph should be about your interpretation of the character in at least 2 different parts of the play. My advice would be to use the beginning and the end, as this scene takes place at the start of Act 2. You should use point, evidence, explanation and link when answering this. Refer to 2 different points. Explain what your interpretation is of Mrs. Johnston at 2 different plot points. Use Peel. You are linking back to this extract as well as linking your interpretations to your acting skills. For example, my interpretation of Edward at the start of the play is that he can sometimes come across as in awe of Mickey and very curious. For example, when Mickey and Eddie meet when they are 7 years old, Mickey asks lots of questions. You say smashing things. Do you know any more words like that? As Mickey seems to be in the know, when delivering this line of dialogue, I would have wide eyes and open mouth, exaggerated hand gestures, for example, pointing when saying you, and walk towards Mickey. This will show that I am wanting more information from him. In this extract, Edward also appears to be curious. Wow, was that Linda? And is she your girlfriend? I would have the same facial expressions with wide eyes and exaggerated pointed gesture when saying your, to illustrate to the audience that I want to know everything about Mickey. You should aim to use as many vocal and physical skills in your essay as possible. You should say what your ideas for performance are, as well as your justifications. You should aim to have at least 3 quotes from the extract and 2 further quotes from different parts of the play. Pause the video here to complete your work. If you have any questions, please email Mrs. Harrell. My email address is nicola, nicola.harrell, HURRELL @clf.uk. Good luck and see you next time.